Here we go. All right, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to episode 2 of the Rugby League Q&A. I did one of these Q&As last week when I finally got the Wi-Fi back on, but I was using my data because I was hotspotting. So I thought, it's Tuesday night, State of Origin tomorrow night, and then we got Thursday night, which will probably be the Corner Post, live on YouTube, by the way. So I thought, I'm pretty bored this evening, so I thought I'd do a Rugby League Q&A. I did one last week, so I thought, why not do episode 2 tonight? And it was a very popular thing. It got over 180 views, so it was a very popular thing for the channel, and everyone enjoyed it. So send in your questions, and we'll talk some footy. We'll have a chat. Say hello to the chat. As always, we've got William here. Was the first one here. Rugby League History has joined us with his presence. Jack Wotherspoon, how are you, bro? Young John Wick, a.k.a. Simon Curry. How you going, bro? We got Adrian in the chat as well. All Sports Spectacular. Who else is here? We got everyone. Jason's here. Georges, Jaden. Everyone's just rolling in from nowhere. Look, I probably need to be better with advertising these sort of Q&As. So I thought, why not just do a surprise live? And, it's 9:30 p.m. So it is a little bit of a late time slot because I know everyone's got work and school tomorrow and all that situation. So I thought, why not do a little live stream for 20, 30 minutes and we'll talk some footy. So, guys, send in your questions and, let's talk some rugby league. It can be Origin. It can be games this weekend. It's up to you. So, we've already got a question coming in from Georges. Is Luke Brooks and Moses Mbai Duro the right combination until the end of the season? I think it depends how you want to play. If you want to have a halves combination where one guy controls it and one player runs, then that's probably a good combination. If you want a halves pairing where one can control and one can also control and defend really well. So, I think it's a situation that Michael Maguire is trying to get right at the Tigers. The Tigers have been a very interesting team this year. They've been up and down, but I think Mbai and Brooks is probably the way to go until they get Jackson Hastings next year, which is a huge in, and who knows who else is going to be there next year in the halves. For the Tigers, William says, what is the best stadium in the NRL? That's a very difficult question to answer because there was a lot of great grounds. Now, I've only been to a couple. I haven't been to any games in Sydney. I've never been to Sydney at all, which might surprise a lot of you guys. So it's hard for me to judge grounds in New South Wales. So I would say the best ground I've been to and the best ground I believe is Suncorp Stadium. I've been there a couple times and I think it's absolutely fantastic, that ground. CJ says, can the Dragons play finals football? Yeah, well, why not? I don't see why not. I mean, they got Jack DeBellin back last week, and he is only going to get better as the weeks go on. And so, I mean, why not? I think they're a chance. They're one of those teams. Maybe they're a bounce of all the other sides, so why not? Rugby League History says, do you agree that the Firehawks nickname and the Bombers nickname for the potential new Queensland team is daft and beyond stupid or silly? Yeah, I don't like it. It's got to be the Redcliffe Dolphins. They've got money. They've got their own leagues club. They've got everything going for them. Redcliffe Dolphins, for mine, would be the best solution. Champa Video says, what do the New Zealand Warriors have to do to make the finals? Get some consistency in the halves, I think, is the issue now. Everyone knows I rate Chanel Harris-Tavita very highly. I'm a big fan of Chanel Harris-Tavita. His defense is fantastic. He's a great player. So, and Cody Nicaragua has been a bit up and down this year. So I think if I can find consistency in the halves and figure out if Wade Egan is the long-term dummy half, then I think it's consistency in the halves for the Warriors. And stop changing Murdoch, Masilla, and Murphy. Just stick with one. Stop changing the back row all the time. Just keep one of them. All Sports Spectacular said, why are the stupid I don't know what he said there, but Duffy leaving the Dragons, yeah, I think it's stupid. I agree with you there. Luther King says, I want you to tell me what you think about Tom Opacek. Tom Opacek. His career is nothing but a joke, and don't think he will ever achieve anything in his career. I think he should quit and maybe go and apply for the MasterChef or something. He is a shocker. He's a shocking player. Opacek, shocking. I think he would be better off hanging out on Better Homes and Gardens on a Friday night or something. Do you think the Raiders make the finals even if they're gone, bro? Put a red pen through Canberra, honestly. Get a red texter, just goodbye, Canberra. They're done for the year. They are gone. Should Canberra be going after Matt Duffy? No, I don't think so. They got Nickel Clockstar there, coming back from injury sometime soon, and I don't see why Duffy would go to fullback there. What, you're going to put Nickel Clockstar in the centres? That just doesn't work. So Canberra going after Duffy, I think it's stupid personally. What do you think the Cowboys will finish? I think they'll finish 7th where they are right now. I think they will make the 8. They've got a decent run home. I don't think I think when the Cowboys play the teams like Souths and Roosters, I think that's when they have all the origin stars out and the uncertainty if they will back up. So, everyone talks about, the Cowboys will lose to these big sides. And guess what? They probably will. But they will probably be without their origin stars as well, which may help us. So, decent run home for the Cows. And, we're only at the halfway mark. Anything can happen between now and then. So, I'm hopeful for the top 8 anyway, put it that way. Yes, Corey Norman should go and join Tom Opacek. Well, Corey Norman should just quit rugby league in general and maybe apply for a knitting job, maybe he can be a knitter, how those old people, they make stuff and they knit it around. Corey Norman should be a carpenter, maybe sell blankets to homeless people. I don't know, but he's a shocking player, that Corey Norman. Absolutely shocking. Does NRL Vid 090 have the best rants in the NRL community? He's up there. He's definitely in the top 3. His rants are hilarious when he goes on about Lachlan Croker. Although, to be fair, I haven't heard NRL Vid 090 go off about Lachlan Croker for a while now, so I'm waiting for something. So we'll soon see what happens there. Do you think Brian To'o will do well in Origin? I think he will. I think New South Wales have a plan to protect him. I don't think he'll be, I don't think they will leave him, on his own. I think they will have a plan to protect him. Everyone talks about, just bomb it to To'o, bomb it towards To'o and score. But New South Wales will have a plan for that. I'm telling you right now. Where does Scott Drinkwater fit in the Cowboys team next year? I think they'll finish. I think he'll play 5'8" next year, Drinkwater. I don't see why he wouldn't be playing 5'8". I think he's the best 5'8" for the club. And if you're ranking the best 5'8" in the game at the moment, Drinkwater would probably be in the top 7, top 8 best 5'8" in the game as of current form. So he definitely got to be 5'8". Jason says, where do you think the Roosters will finish? Probably around 4th or 5th where they are now. I don't think they will fall off or anything. They've done so well without all their injured players. B. Moss is retired, sadly. Coulton hasn't even played a game yet. They've had Radley suspended, Verrills out. They don't even have a genuine dummy half at the moment. They've got Ben Marshke playing there, and with all due respect to him, he's a bit of an inexperienced player. So I think that they're doing pretty good, the Roosters, and I think they will be around that 4th, 5th position by the end of the year. As the Sports Science says, why do people always give hope for Jack Whiten? I don't know, maybe because he's a big body and he can do a lot of really good things, but he's been poor this year, Jack Whiten, and I don't think he deserves to be in the Blues side. I've said it all week. I said it last week. I've said it the week before that. I don't think he deserves to be there, but we'll see how he goes tomorrow night. Hopefully he proves me wrong because I like Jack Whiten. I'm a big fan of Jack Whiten, and when I criticise a player and I say they shouldn't be there or I say they should be dropped, I want that player to come out that week and prove me wrong. And do it and just play really well. We've got a question here from Luther King once again. What are your thoughts on Ash Taylor, the cheese bread midget? The cheese bread midget. I don't know where you got that from, but Ash Taylor's like he's like toast. If the toast is hot and warm, it's good. If it goes cold, like it normally does with Ash Taylor, that's probably the best way to describe Ash Taylor. It's like you open a can of Coke and it's cold and it's beautiful. You put it in your mouth and you drink that can of Coke. But Ash Taylor's can of Cokes, they've been sitting in the sun for an hour. You open up the can, it's boiling hot, and next minute, it looks like it's like eating chili. It's not good. That's Ash Taylor. He's a joke of a player, and you know what? I hope no NRL club signs him at the end of the year. He's off contract. I hope he doesn't get a contract. I think he's shit, and I think he should go sign up for Wakefield Trinity over in England because I think he's a pathetic player. It makes me sick. I don't know what the Gold Coast see in him. I mean, Tanner Boyd's better than Ash Taylor. What do you think of rugby league YouTuber Jaden Needley? Yeah, I think he's fantastic. I've been watching a lot of his videos. I think he's phenomenal. I really enjoy watching Jaden Needley. And Rugby History says at the start of the year, NRL bid 0901 wanted Lachlan Croker, Saab, Parker, and Garrick all sacked. Yeah, he did. And then a couple of them started playing well. Who should Canberra replace George Williams with, says Georges? Aiden Caesar, bro. That's what I reckon I should do. Who was the most overrated player in the NRL? Ash Taylor and Anthony Milford, bro, in my opinion. How long you been on here for? What, 10 minutes? 10 minutes, I reckon. Not long. Is Dane Laurie the most underrated up-and-coming young player? Yeah, I think so. He's a really good kid, Dane Laurie, and I think he should be Rookie of the Year. G'day, Lachlan. How are you, bro? Which position is best for Adam Doueihi next season? I think left centre. At the moment, he's playing right centre. I think Adam Doueihi would be better off on the left side. I think he's better as a left centre than a right centre. That's just me personally. What's your opinion on Sam Walker? I think he's a terrific young player. He's the future of the Roosters, and I think Sam Walker and Luke Keary will combine a really good combination next year with the Roosters, and expect the Roosters to sign a hooker. I don't think they'll go with Marshke, although Sam Barrels is there, but knowing what the Roosters are like and the salaries in Barrow, they will probably buy a good hooker. They might even sign Josh Hodgson yet. I don't want to say that because it's going to infuriate everyone, but Josh Hodgson could go to the Roosters. I'm just saying. It's a possibility. I will not write it off. I swear if Dragons sign Ash Taylor, I'm going to jump off the Eiffel Tower. Jesus Christ, mate. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, that's pretty terrible to say about. But, I've said worse than that. I've said a lot of bad things about Ash Taylor. Matt Moylan or Luke Brooks will be the most overrated players for me. Look, Luke Brooks is a fair call, but Matt Moylan, he's been playing really good this year for the Sharks. He's staying fit. He's playing 5'8". He's doing his job. He has lost a lot of speed, as we all know. But I reckon Matt Moylan's been playing pretty decent. I saw a post on social media today, and some moron had Ash Taylor in front of Matt Moylan. I wanted to go throw up. It made me sick. Matt Moylan's been playing really pretty well this year. If Ash Taylor goes to Wakefield, I can drive down there and yell at him. Yeah, sounds good, Matt. Make sure you record the video and I'll put it on YouTube. I'll feature it in one of my videos. Please do. G'day, Daniel Sexton. How you going, bro? Which team will sign Sean Johnson? I'm going to say the Bunnies will get Sean Johnson. That's what I reckon will happen. Luther says, I think Matt Moylan has been great. Makes me what did you say? Makes me go, I don't understand what that means. But anyway, swollen. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Anyway, will players like Sam Burgess and Adrian Morley survive with today's crackdown? I'm going to say hell no. Can you imagine Sam Burgess playing right now at the current game? He would be suspended every week. He would shoulder charge someone in the head, and then he would tell them to get the F up. So I don't think it'd last. And Adrian Morley, oh boy, Adrian Morley would be getting a 2-year contract worth 800,000 a season. He would only have 2 games in him because he gets suspended for dangerous contact. Adrian Morley was a very tough player. He was a great player. What's your view on David Fifita being selected for Queensland? He's been up and down. Yeah, I think he was always going to get picked. I think Fifita's been up and down, like you said, and I'm okay with him in the Queensland side. I couldn't care less what Queensland do. I could not care less. Lachlan says Queensland will target Brian Totter under the high ball tomorrow. Do you think they'll drop Turbo back instead? No, I think they'll keep Brian Totter on the wing, but I think New South Wales will have a plan to protect him because they know what can happen with the high ball with Kyle Felt and Xavier Coates, whichever side they play on. I think Felt will play right side and Coates will play left, so it'll most likely be Xavier Coates up against Brian Totter. So I think they will have a plan, the Blues. You think state of origin venues this year are stupid? Yeah, I do. I don't like how Queensland get 2 games in a row in Queensland, and they've had last year's game 3, so that'd be 3 origins in a row in Queensland. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. Are the Sharks on the way up, or is it down? Cronulla says the King. I think they're on the way back up again. You know, they bought Nico Hines next year. They're buying players everywhere. I think they're on the up, the Sharks. I think this year's a down year for them, but I think next year will be a big improvement for the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. How much do you rate Val Holmes? I think he's a solid fullback. I don't think he's anything, unbelievable. I think he's a really good player, and he's very, very good in the clutch moments, like we saw against the Warriors the other week. And he can do anything on his day, Val Holmes. I just think he needs to find that consistency and find that defensive, that defensive structure in defense at fullback. He could become a very good fullback and needs to improve on that department. What's your prediction for the Wooden Spoon? It's got to be the Bulldogs, although if the Bulldogs win a few games, maybe the Raiders. So I'll say Dogs and Raiders for the Wooden Spoon. I can't see anyone else going that bad unless both teams get 1,000 injuries. What's your opinion on the Dragons this year? Probably the most surprising team with a couple other sides. I'm really impressed with the Dragons. They're playing really well, and I think they've had a pretty good year so far, and good luck to them. I want the Dragons to do well. I like the Dragons, so good on them. Should the winner of Origin play an international side like Great Britain or New Zealand? Don't really see it happening. It could be a cool concept, but what are they really going to play for is my question. Jack Wotherspoon says, do you think the Cowboys should sign Kurt Capewell? I hope so. I think it'd be a great addition to the back row. I noticed that the Cowboys put Cohen Hess back in the second row this weekend, which I'm not really a fan of, but what can you do? We'll see. We'll see how they go. All Sports Spectacular. I hope we make the 8, but we keep beating these small sides when it comes to, yeah. I think the Dragons, obviously losing to the Sharks the other week would have really would have hurt them. Yeah, look, I think the problem with the Dragons is, that they've lost to a couple of sides that have been average, so they've got to be better in that department. One of the intriguing moves this season for me was Josh Maguire to St. George. Did you like him when he was at the Cowboys, Nick? Look, I like Josh Maguire, very good player, but I just think I think Maguire was ruining the culture. The culture was dead at the start of the year. Everyone was arguing. I heard Maguire allegedly got into a fight with Todd Payton. I don't know how true that is, but maybe when Maguire retires or if Todd Payton doesn't coach, if he ever gets a sack or whatever, then we'll hear more about it. But until then, it's he said this, she said that, media report this, he report that. I think it's all whatever. But I think Maguire was ruining the culture, and I think that's part of the reason why the Cowboys started the year so slow. Back in the old days, I'm talking pre-1950s, New South Wales used to play tour games versus New Zealand and England. Wow, I did not know that. See, rugby league history just brings up these old facts that no one knows about. Unbelievable. Kian, I can't pronounce your last name, mate. He says, what do you rate the Manly Seagulls? Yeah, I think they've been good, Manly. I think they're going to be around that 6th position. I don't know if they'll get to the top 5. They definitely could, but They've been great this year. Manly, I've got no problems with Manly. They've been very good, and they're going to be very hard to beat on Friday night down there at Brookvale Oval. Do you think Cowboys can make the finals this year? Yeah, I do, Jack. I did my mid-season review last week, and I said the Cowboys will make the 8, and I'm hoping they do. I really am, but it comes down to consistency, and it comes down to everyone buying into the culture and how the team plays. So possible, but we'll see what happens. Is Gutherson overrated or underrated? I don't think he's either of them, bro. I think he's just an elite fullback and a world-class player. Thoughts on leaving Stags. Hang on. Yeah, the Kentucky Stags thing. I don't understand it. Now, he's been stood down to around 16, I think it was. And, he's been out for how long now? He's been out for the whole year. And now he's got suspended for it. It's a bit of a coincidence for mine. A bit ridiculous. Lachlan, if I were you and the Broncos fans, I'd be pretty upset about that. Who is your favourite player to watch? Jeez, that is the hardest question of the night. Hardest player to watch? Well, I've got a few of them. Look, I'll name a couple. It's hard to really say. Tamalolo's good to watch. Cody Walker's good to watch. George Williams is always good to watch, even if he's in NRL Super League. I love watching him play. Tom Trbojevic is great to watch. Brian Toto, Stephen Crichton, Zach Lomax, Angus Crichton when he's on, Kickow. Who else is there that's so good to watch? I love watching Josh Addo-Carr play. Addo-Carr's a good player to watch. Dane Laurie, I'm really enjoying him lately. Adam Dewey, another one. Look, I'll be here all night talking about the list. Oh, the Sharks wingers, Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Malatola, they're great to watch when they're on. So, look, there's so many. I could be here all night talking about it. When the Super League was on in 1997, they had a three-way State of Origin series with New Zealand. Wow, again, something I didn't know. Rugby league history. You are a genius, my friend. It's funny how your Titans and Cowboys video at the start of the year is proving to be accurate. Mate, I said at the start of the year, the Gold Coast Titans were extremely overrated. I absolutely 100% stand by that comment. They are 4-7. They are struggling. They've got the Roosters this weekend. I hope I get flogged. I hope Tedesco runs right if he backs up for Origin. But Sam Walker's going to destroy Taylor and Fogarty. And you know what? I said at the start of the year, if the Titans make the 8, I will get a Gold Coast Titans tattoo. And the way it's going, no tattoo for me. I said Cowboys will make the 8. I did a video as well. I said the Cowboys are underrated, and I'm pretty much on the money with that. Look out. The King.
Oh, lads.
The King is here.
King's in.
The King's arrived.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The King's arrived. He was in that whole time.
I was just busy checking stuff for work, but I'm here now.
The King's arrived. Bit of a surprise. Don't jinx us this week, Nick. I'll try not to, bro. Yeah, look, the Titans are looking like a more overrated team every week, aren't they?
Well, the thing is, who do they go to score points? Dave Fafita. He can't do everything, can he? The Titans have no attack. I mean, what they have. I mean, I don't want to be rude. I like Fogarty, but Ash Taylor, he's as stale as the bread I found in a trolley the other day at work. He's horrible. Tanner Boyd's all right, but he's a hooker.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think he's a hooker. I think Gold Coast, I reckon they need, they're playing Easton Masters on the bench. I mean, it's just a waste.
It's just playing him. If you're going to have him in there, playing.
Exactly. I think they need another outside back and someone to replace Taylor. He's trash.
You know what? I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway because, me, I just don't care. We talked about Ash Taylor being bad, and, yeah, he's been shit. But Jamal Fogarty, I mean, last year he was this rising player. At the moment, he looks like a backwards idiot. He's been shit. Look at him.
His form's gone.
All he does is kick the ball. He's like Kyle Flanagan 2.0.
Yeah.
Doesn't run the ball. His kicking game is as bad as watching Anthony Milford this year. And,
he doesn't really run the ball, does he?
He's shocking. Oh, Benny Carr Sports is here. Rugby League history, I support Melbourne. Okay. Yeah, we know that, Benny. I think Rugby League history is just mucking around. But, look at the Titans. I mean, what do I say at the start of the year? If Fafita and Tino don't do anything, they will do absolutely nothing.
Exactly. They rely on them, and everyone needs to remember how young they are.
I don't care how young they are. Top 4, top 8. What's this bullshit?
No, but you can't rely on what Dave Fafita to win you a comp, can you? It's ridiculous.
No. You know what I think really sucked the life out of them? When they missed out on Cameron Smith and he retired. Because I think the Gold Coast were expecting.
I think they were close.
They were expecting Cameron Smith. They were like, yeah, we're going to get Cameron Smith. And then when they offered him $600,000 a year to an immortal, Smith would have went $600,000 for what?
Yeah, is that all?
He would have went, you're joking. Give me $1 million. I'm Cameron Smith. I'm not friggin' Jamal Fogarty. I'm not friggin' Brimson. Give me $1 million.
Josh McCrone.
Josh McCrone. I don't understand it. Do you think Tyson Gamble has been tough being dropped? No, I don't think so. He's been up and down. He has his brain snaps here and there.
Yeah, he had a good game, but then it wasn't the Dragon. Did he play last week?
Yeah, he did.
The Dragons exposed him in defence heavily.
I think that's why he's been dropped.
They killed him, man. Same with Sarko. They cost him so many tries. I mean, I'm not sure if many of you in here are that old, but Carmichael Hunt is a good player. And the return of him will definitely spark some of the Bronx Nation.
You know, I did my tipping video this afternoon, and the Raiders play the Broncos on Saturday night. In the bottom 4 clash, it's going to be magnificent. The bottom 4 clash, get the beers, get the hot chips,
M&Ms.
Get the M&Ms, get the chocolate,
sausage rolls, and
mate.
sauce.
Raiders Broncos, mate. It could be the grand final. I'm only joking. It's going to be the shittest game. But you know what? I reckon the Broncos will go down to Canberra on Saturday night. They'll go down there with the right mentality.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I reckon the Broncos will beat them in Canberra in -5 degrees. And I don't think the Broncos will just beat them. I reckon they'll beat them well. I reckon the Broncos are 13+. I reckon they'll hammer them. Canberra going that bad. Curtis Scott's been in all sorts of trouble again. He's in trouble. More dramas there. They still haven't found a replacement for George Williams. They've got Sam Williams there, who's nothing more than a New South Wales Cup halfback at best. He can't handle NRL level. So, good luck, Canberra. And Jack White, will he back up? I'll tell you right now. Now, look.
I don't think he will.
Look, Whiten's been shit. We've been saying it all year.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play on Saturday night, where do the Canberra Raiders score their points? Are you really going to rely that hard on Hodgson in the middle?
Caleb Aikens, you can't really rely on him because he's inexperienced. That's the thing with Canberra.
Again, he's nothing.
They have go forward, but then they have nothing to back it.
Again, Caleb Aikens, New South Wales Cup player at best. He's not NRL standard. You've got your. Here's the thing, you've got your best NRL 17 when everyone's fit.
Yeah.
And then you've got your backup players.
Yeah.
Caleb Aikens, Sam Williams. They are backup players at best.
Yeah.
Josh Hodgson's confidence issue hasn't been good because he's been injured and he just hasn't been himself. And then you've got Whiten, who looks like a backwards clown, shocking. Canberra, you know what? If the Bulldogs can win 2 games, Canberra could win the spoon. They could. I don't think it will happen. I'll tell you what. If Canberra beat Brisbane on Saturday night, Canberra should avoid the spoon. But if they lose and the Bulldogs can get a win somewhere, don't write it off. They could. They really could.
No.
Beanie Car Sports says Ash Taylor should retire. I'm surprised to hear that from Beanie Car Sports. But anyway.
1 second, lads. Just grabbing something.
Oh, yeah.
Go out on the way.
Oh, yeah. No one can see you down there, mate. But any more questions coming through? Might get on out of here shortly. Tomorrow night I'll be live streaming State of Origin as well, lads, on the channel. So the game kicks off at 8:10. I'll be live at 8:05 p.m. tomorrow night. The State of Origin 1, I'll be live streaming the game. It's going to be absolutely outstanding. Tune in if you're available. If you're going to watch the stream and watch the game as well, just tune in. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Schuster or Foran at 5'8" for Manly? I'm going to say Foran only because I think this might be his last year as an NRL player. He might retire at the end of the year, but I'm not really too sure what's going to happen there. Up the Mighty Blues, says Jaden. Yes, mate, up the Blues. Mate, good luck Friday night. Manly versus Cowboys at Brookie. It's going to be a great game, and may the best team win, Jaden, because I know you're a very loyal supporter of the channel. You watch a lot of my videos, and you're always commenting, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. So, good luck Friday night, mate. Should be a fantastic game. Do you think Storm can make the Panthers with that full-strength side? Absolutely they can. Sounds good, Daniel. Oh yeah, that's good, William. Everyone supports the same team for the one time a year. Yeah. How will Latrell Mitchell go in State of Origin? You know what? Latrell Mitchell on tomorrow night, Origin 1, will be the man of the match. I'm going to back it. It's paying about $22. If any of you guys like to have a bet on the football, go on the sports bet tomorrow or tonight. Latrell Mitchell is paying $23 to be the man of the match tomorrow night. He's up against Kurt Capel, I reckon. So you got to spend $10, throw it on Latrell Mitchell for man of the match because I reckon he's going to have an explosion of a game. He's going to go berserk. You're going to Magic Round next year? Absolutely, Lachlan. I will see you there once again, mate. I'll meet you there this year, and you know you sound like a very nice bloke. I'm looking forward to Magic Round next year. I'll be there. Hopefully I'll see you there again. Great live stream, Nick. Keep it up. Thanks, Jack, mate. I appreciate your support, my man. Latrell for me is a centre, and that's where he should play. Yeah, I think so as well.
Well, lads, the King's out. Sorry to interrupt.
Where you
the
go?
bloody Eels.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here
get
as well.
some water. So,
All
peace,
right.
everyone. Who's go New South Wales. I think we'll win tomorrow. My prediction.
Yeah, what's your prediction? You haven't told anyone
yet.
yet.
Wales 24-16.
So Blues by 8.
Adokar will score a double. I think man of the match, like Nick said, will be Latrell Mitchell.
First try scorer?
First try scorer. I'll go for a tough one here.
Tough one, isn't it?
Tarek Sims.
Oh!
Yep, and that's paying a lot of money, so everyone should jump on that.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going. New South Wales by 6, 18-12. Latrell Mitchell, man of the match, and not really a roughie for first try scorer, but he's on debut. I think he'll get plenty of ball. Brian Ty will get the first try. If Queensland score first, I will back Kyle Felt on the wing. I feel like he'll get plenty of ball. Anyway, guys, we're getting out of here. Thanks for watching the stream, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the State of Origin Game 1 review. Have a good one, lads. Blues! New South Wales! New South Wales! New South Wales!